Hello.
Hello, we are Codswallop and Blatherskite.
We are
Yeah,
Codswallop and
we
Blatherskite.
are indeed. And right now we're going to play a game.
What game are we going to play?
We're going to play, it's funny you should ask. We're going to play That's Not True.
It's not?
It's not true. We're not going to start yet because I think we should do it as pirate. We're going to do it as pirates.
A pirate game.
A pirate game. Yeah, so we need to get ourselves pirated up. And what we're going to do is we're going to challenge each other by finding moments where we're maybe not speaking the truth, and we're going to say that's not true, and then the performer's going to change what they say. So that's how the game is going to work. Let's get pirated up, Michael.
Okay, sounds good. Let me just change
fun.
here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're feeling very piratey there, my friend.
Oh, I look very. Oh, me mate.
Hey, I tell you this, something's missing to make me look like you. There we go.
Oh, wow. You have a beard just like me beard.
I know. It's just like your beard. A little bit, anyway. I don't know how you wear this beard, you know. It's very
Well, that's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Okay. Well,
that beard reminds me of a story I knew.
Oh, does it? Indeed. Yes. Tell me more about your
story. It reminds me of when I met someone named Captain Bluebeard.
Wait a second. That doesn't sound true to me.
Well, you're right. It was actually Captain Redbeard.
No. That doesn't sound true to me.
No, you're right. His name was Merlin, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Merlin Seymour, and he wanted a beard. He couldn't grow a beard. He couldn't grow one. He was one of those unfortunate men that only has ear hair, and it used to get all in. It would get seaweed stuck in his ears all the time when we would go.
I remember that fine man, and he had ear hair so long that he made a beard out of it.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and seaweed used to hang down his face. Now, I remember him so well. Merlin. We used to call him Seaweed Ear Hair Beard Man.
Well, that's not true.
No, you're right. We didn't call him that. We just called him Merlin.
Yes.
It's a lot easier. It was a lot less disrespectful. So that's what you called him, Merlin. And I remember that. Boy, could he drink.
That's not true.
What? Oh, no, you're right. He was very bad at drinking. He would never get the round in. Ever. He would just completely miss his round whenever he turned up to a party. He wouldn't bring the rum. You know, I always had to provide the rum for him all the time. And I remember one day we were going to the 7 Seas. We were going to particularly the first sea. Because
that's not true.
You're right. The first sea is just boring. We were going to the second sea, which was a lot more interesting. And we had been told that there was a wrecked pirate ship there.
Oh, yes. I remember the wrecked pirate ship.
Yes, I know, you remember it.
It was a ship full of gold bullion from the shores of Africa.
You're right. Hang on, that's not right.
No. It was a ship full of Lucky Charms cereal, and we were going to eat.
No.
No.
That's not true.
No, it was a ship. It was a ship full of dog tails, and we needed to get the tails to make necklaces for our maidens that we left ashore. We were making dog tails.
That's right. The ship was full of dog tails and long, shaggy tails. And we told a few tales as we traveled to the dog tails. And we talked about dog tails as well. And then when we got to the dog tails, we were very surprised to find that there was a very gorgeous mermaid.
Well, no, that's not true.
Oh, you're right. It was a very angry merman.
No, that's not true.
Oh, no, you're right. It was a skeleton of old Jack Hamilton.
That's exactly.
And it was very strange because he was sat in a very awkward position with his arms outstretched as if he was reaching for something.
Well, yes.
And I thought, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and underneath his hands, you could see he had dropped the remote control for his television set.
Wait, because that wasn't true. That's definitely not true.
Oh, no, I forgot. There was no TV there. That's right. He had dropped the grog, the mug. His mug had shattered at his feet.
Ah, yes.
And he died because he was poisoned by arsenic from a Medusa crab.
Wait. That's not true.
Oh, no. He had died because he sat on his hook hand,
Yes.
had gone straight up his sphincter, and it
Yes.
tore him to shreds.
Yes, we don't need all the details, but you're so right. That's exactly what happened. He was very careless with his hook. He sat on it accidentally, and it caused him all manner of terror. So he unfortunately had died, and he'd found himself sat there as a skeleton for many years, and he was reaching out because he was like, well, he was more reaching out like this, actually, now I think about it, because his hook was underneath him. So he was just reaching out like this. And he must have shouted out, "Oh no, I've sat on my hook. Please help me."
Well, no, that's not true.
Oh no, you're right. He probably shouted, "Oh dear, how could I be so ridiculous? Why would I put my hook there?"
No, that's not true.
Oh, you're right. He probably swore and went, "Oh no, I've lost my mead and grog."
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like
true.
what Hamilton would do.
Sounds like Jack Hamilton, yes. And when we saw him, I mean, it gave me nightmares for weeks, seeing him in that position. And the hook was still there. It was actually remarkably not very rusty under the circumstances. And we found the tails all around him. And I recognized one of the tails was my dog, Sebastian.
I remember Sebastian.
Do you remember Sebastian? Yes,
he was always covered in fleas, if I remember correctly.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Oh no, he was covered in ticks everywhere, from head to toe.
No, he's a clean dog. No, that's not true.
He was covered in barnacles, I recall. Then.
Yes, he was.
He was always.
Yeah.
He was. You won because you dragged him behind the ship all the time, and he
yes.
had barnacles from head to toe. And I remember he used to lick them, and he would cough them up into the.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
No. He would lick them, and the barnacles would shine. And we remember we used to sell them and tell people they were pearls.
Yes, we did. Barnacle Sebastian, we used to call him, and he did indeed lick his barnacles, and we sold them at the market for lots of money, and it was very, very good. I remember that distinctly, and to find his tail, and I knew it was his because it had barnacles all over the tail. I was very shocked with Jack that he had obviously, sorry, my hat's gone weird. He was obviously very extremely, evil because he had done away with Sebastian, and he was our lifeblood. He was the one who got us the money because of his barnacle.
No, that's not true.
Oh, you're right. My wife used to work at a supermarket, and that used to pay for everything that we had on the ship. So sorry, I've forgotten about that. My wife was a good woman. She used to stay on the shore in Dublin. And what?
That's not true.
She did. Okay, occasionally she would take a small pedalo out to meet the pirate ship, and she would bring us baguettes and cockles and mussels and alive-o, and she would bring us those things, and we would dine. We would dine on everything that she brought us, and that sustained us for many years, you see. But I was very upset about Sebastian the dog. I told my wife about his demise, and she was horrified,
Well, that's not true. She hated that dog.
You're right. She absolutely couldn't stand it, and she had a party immediately and said, hooray, we got rid of that horrible barnacle mutt, she used to call it.
The barnacle mutt. That's correct. I remember that. And when she actually had a party when he died. She said good riddance to this ugly barnacle mutt, and I'm happy to get a cat. She was a cat person.
Yeah, she was a cat person, but I don't think that was true what she said. She didn't say that.
No. She said, "God damn that mutt! It left barnacle prints all over the floor."
Yeah, she said that at one point, but she didn't say that then. She said something else. That's not true.
She said, "Hey there, hubby. how about a big hug for Big Mama?
She did. That's
She
exactly
always
what
said
she
that
said.
when she saw you.
And I almost find that eerie that you knew that because you weren't there at the time, but that is exactly how she used to address me. In fact, to be honest, it was quite scary to hear you speaking in her voice like that. That was a private thing between a pirate and his maiden.
Well, the rumors spread across the 7 seas.
They
And
did. And it's weird because we only ever got to sea number 2.
The second sea, yes.
Second sea. We never got to 3 upwards. So we've got a lot because we like to stay close to home as pirates, you know.
Yeah, and it always confused me because I always thought there was only one sea. And then I found out about all the rest of them.
Yes, there's one sea, Anglesey, many seas. Lots of seas, but we only did 2 of them. And also we went on holiday to Anglesey as well, you know, because it's a nice place in Wales.
That's not true.
But no, you're right. We didn't go to Anglesey. We always went to Blackpool every year, same place, Blackpool.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where we holidayed. But we were so upset with Jack, the skeleton, Hamilton, that we carried him and his hook, which was still in good working order. And I actually got quite a lot of money for that hook on eBay.
Really?
I did.
Wow. I didn't realize you were trading up our booty.
Yes, you got to do it. I mean, I partially invented eBay.
Well, I thought all us pirates used Seabay.
You would have thought that, wouldn't you? But actually, now I think about it, that's an actual better title for it.
Yes,
but we're stuck with eBay now. It's a more famous brand, but yes, we should call it Seabay. That makes a lot of sense to me, you know.
It would. That would be where I would get all of my pirate gear. You know, that's where I would buy my peg legs and my parrot accessories.
Well, hang on, that's not true. You don't have a peg leg.
Well, I would buy my pirate hats there, and I would buy all of the rope and line.
That's right.
For my ships and the foresail and the mainsail and all of the other sails that are in between the two.
Yes. Well, if we actually went with the Seabay idea, we could get rid of it. Would be the same as eBay, but we wouldn't have all those Christmas card making kits. And the clothes from Karen Millen. It would just be literally sea-related items, which, thinking about it, is what we need right now, because that's where I'd sell my things. And I may also sell the tail of Sebastian, the barnacled dog.
Well, why would we need to be pirates if we were business people then? It doesn't make any sense. I think.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. No, it's probably best that I just called it eBay then. All right, then. Don't worry about that. We'll just carry on roaming our lives. So we carried Jack, the skeleton Hamilton. We carried him aloft through the streets of Ireland. And people screamed and shouted and cheered and were so grateful because he owed them quite a lot of beer over the years. You know, he'd never bought them a pint in his whole life. He was very tight with alcohol. So they were very, angry, actually. And a whole mob of us chased us through the streets back to our ship. And
That's not true.
Oh, you're right. It was about two men and a small little chihuahua.
Wee lad. Yes, and a wee lad was there.
A wee lad and a chihuahua followed us. And in the end, poor Jack, well, he shattered into 1,000 pieces. The only thing I've got left of him is his femur.
Oh, well, I remember the femur, and I actually fed it to my dog. And I apologize, I didn't tell you until just now, but my dog ate it. And the femur has become just poop. It has turned to poop, and we cannot cherish poor Jack's femur anymore. We are going to have to use my dog's femur, but I don't believe dogs have femur, so we may have a problem.
Okay, that is a strange thing that you believe. I'm sure they have femurs in their own way. I think what you're going to have to do is make an effigy of Jack's bones out of the poop. And then we'll have it on the mantelpiece. Out of respect for Jack, I think he would have wanted it that way.
Well, okay, we can make an effigy of the femur, and we will call it Jack Femur, and we can drink grog to it. And
Do you know what? You had such a good idea with the sea bay, and now Jack's femur as a title is just the worst thing I've ever heard. So I feel like you've got to think of something better.
Oh,
And you had
wow.
to go,
Hats off to you, I'll tell you.
hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you. It's quite a good trick, that actually. Okay, then. Well, for now, we will call it Jack's femur. And when you think of something better to say, then we'll call it that. But
Okay.
I'm happy, my friend, to raise a glass to you and say, let us sail the second sea. And may one day we sail on the third sea. A big toast to Jack, the femur. He's now the femur, the poop femur. But he was Jack, the skeleton Hamilton, and his hook, which we sold on eBay. Bless
Hear,
him,
hear.
bless yourself. Hear, hear. Cheers to you.
The last time I saw a third C was my second grade report card.
Indeed, you were terrible at school. That's absolutely right. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you.
That's all.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Yay. And that was the story of Jack Skeleton Hamilton.